Series 29 of the collectible minifigures just leaked, but what figures are actually good for castle and fantasy fans? Let's go over it. First, there's the Unicorn Princess. She has some great parts for medieval fantasy figures, but they're not super versatile. This probably isn't one people are going to army build 50 of, but there are definitely some useful elements here. Next up is the mysterious Ronin, aka Lloyd. Most of his parts look solid. The hair inside the hood looks a bit silly, but it's still usable in a medieval fantasy setting. The torso and legs are a bit busy, but nothing about them screams modern, so they should work just fine. Tahu looks great, but there aren't really any new parts here for medieval figures. The shoulder armor is nice, but that piece is already available on Pick-a-Brick, so nothing groundbreaking. The Boba Girl is cute, but doesn't really bring much for medieval fans aside from her face print. The Monster Hunter looks awesome, but her parts lean more Victorian than medieval. The legs might be the most useful piece for castle figures, although there's no clear photo of her arms yet, so we'll have to wait for better images to know for sure. The Robot T-Rex doesn't offer much for fantasy figures, although if you randomly need a white tail piece, I guess you're covered. The Marine Biologist is cool because we're getting a brand new fish mold. That could be useful for all kinds of medieval markets or underwater mocks. The hairpiece also appears to have a connection point for visors, which is really intriguing. I'm wondering if the Nexo Knights or standard night visors could work with it, as that could open up some unique possibilities for custom figures. The Trash Monster is very cartoonish, but that dead fish accessory is actually an amazing piece for almost any LEGO theme. You could probably make something cool with his parts, but realistically, they're not going to be top of the list for fantasy fans. The Tuba player is surprisingly interesting. His face print is super unique, perfect for a figure holding their breath or playing an instrument. He also has printed arms that could work really well for custom medieval characters. And the tuba itself, that's basically a D&D style bard instrument waiting to happen. Next is the Chocolatier, and the highlight here is the brown recolor of the D&D baby dragon. It's hard to tell in the leak, but there does appear to be eye printing, which means it could absolutely be repurposed as a real dragon. She also comes with dual molded white and yellow arms, which are fantastic for giving custom figures a short sleeved look. The cute witch is definitely more whimsical, but even if she's not as versatile as a classic witch, all her parts could work for some kind of fantasy character. The cat is also great to get, as we don't get nearly enough cats in LEGO. Finally, there's the soccer player. Aside from the head and hair, there's really nothing here for medieval fantasy builders. Overall, this series is better than I initially expected, and I'm really happy to see a traditional minifigure series again. If you want my full breakdown, subscribe and keep an eye out. I'll be posting it later today. And as always, thank you for watching.